What's up, what's up? I'm coming through with another video. This is going to be a fairly quick one. I just want to get this information across to you guys on maximizing relationships and friendships. And the first things you want to look at when it comes to entering new friendships or relationships, or even questioning whether you want to stay friends or in a relationship with these specific people. The first thing you want to look at when it comes to dealing with people is how much respect do they have for themselves. That's the first thing you want to look at. Because if they have piss poor respect for themselves, do not expect this person to respect you. They might even show you fake respect to your face. They might treat you good just so they can get things out of you that they want. Understand this. How much does this person really respect themselves? How much does this person really take care of themselves and their health and their love life and the love they have for themselves? These are things you want to look at first. Because if the person you're dealing with has a lack of respect for themselves and they just don't really care, they're just sort of slugging along in life, that is a decision that you have to make for yourself if you want to keep this person in your life. But just understand, don't be surprised when something dramatic happens. Don't be surprised when this person starts treating you like shit out of nowhere, because that's what people like this do. It's what they do. If you want to have the right people in your life, make sure they have a high amount of respect for themselves. Make sure they have empathy, because then they're actually going to care for you as you care for them. I would rather have 0 people in my life. I would rather have 0 people in my life than have anybody that has piss poor respect for themselves. 0. That's just going to give me more time to take care of myself, to better myself, to love myself, to do better things for myself, to keep all my peace and happiness and all these things in alignment. Because when you do this and you maintain this, the right shit will happen in your life. But if you're hanging around with bullshit people just because you don't want to be alone, you're going right down with them. And it's going to translate over to you. Their nasty ass attitudes are going to translate over to you, and most of the time, these are narcissistic people. Most of the time. And you don't want to be around that energy. If you want to keep your good energy, you cannot be around people like this. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for narcissistic people to continue this type of behavior. They have to see it for what it is. They're not stupid people. They have to see their situation for what it is and make the change. There is absolutely no excuse. Just fucking change. Just do it. You know what you have to do, so do it. Why aren't you doing it? When you have to question people like this, those are the people you don't even want to explain anything to. Don't even waste your time on these people. You can try all you want to change them because you know who they could be, but don't do it. Let them do whatever they're going to do, because at the end of the day, you're going to waste your time and they're not even going to make any improvements. They probably just like having you around because you're actually a good person. And they're actually not a good person. And they're actually not changing. Cut them off. And then you'll see if they're really going to change or not. They're either gonna or they're not. It's plain and simple. You're going to get the answer when it comes down to it. In the end, you're going to get the answer. Down the road, you're going to get the answer. It's best to just cut people off sometimes in life and not give them what they want. That's what you want to do. Sometimes you have to starve people for them to come up out of the shadows and really change. Because I feel like a lot of people with piss poor attitudes have an entitlement problem. They have a problem where they don't want to do shit. They don't want to work. They don't want to earn anything the hard way. They just want everything handed to them because they think they're special. They think they deserve this. They think they deserve that. They think they deserve to be with these people when their attitude absolutely sucks. You don't deserve shit, buddy. You don't deserve shit. The only thing you deserve to do is get your ass in gear and get your shit together. Take care of yourself. Start consuming positive material. Cut off any bullshit people you have in your life. That's what you gotta do. And I'm talking for these people with these piss poor attitudes. Look at the word respect over this person's head. How much do they respect themselves? If you don't want any of this drama, if you don't want any of this bullshit in your life, simply cut those people off. Simply cut them off. There's nothing you can do. There's no words, there's no amount of time you can spend on these people to convince them to change, because people either want to change or they don't. A lot of people talk about wanting to change, but they don't do it. Action proves everything. Words mean nothing. It's action that proves things in situations like this. Just action. Just making the right action. Because it's what actually changes you. Words don't change shit. Words is just information. It's all about that action. Are they making adjustments every single day right now? Are they taking footsteps in the right direction right now? No, they're not. Oh my God, no, they're not. No, they're not. Cut them off. They're just going to waste your time. They're going to waste your energy. You're going to waste your life hoping that they're going to change, and they're not going to change. It's people like this that like to talk the most. It's people like this that say they're going to show up at the gym tomorrow and they're not going to show up. When you say you're going to do something, do it. If you're going to talk, walk the walk. If you're going to talk, speak facts. If you're going to talk, don't make up lies, speak truth. This is how it is. Words are very powerful, but the words that these people use have no meaning, because it's just words that they throw out there. It's words that they hope and wish would happen, but it's never going to happen because they can never take responsibility and they can never take action because they're weak. They wish they had it in them to do more, to do the things they really want to do, but they're honestly just too weak. Don't know what's wrong with them. And that's on them. That's their decision. And you might really like a person right now in your guys' lives. I don't know who I'm talking to when I'm saying this, but one of you guys that are watching this video, or girls, might have somebody like this that's in your life, or maybe in and out of your life, and you just wish they would change, but they're not. And I've actually had this when I was younger. There was people I knew how good of a relationship we could have if they were to change, because I've seen the good sides of them and the bad sides. That's the person you want to have at all times. But the truth is, there's just nothing we can do as human beings that is going to actually change these people. There's just nothing. And it all comes down to the lack of respect they have for themselves. And that's it. Some people can change later on in life because they just had enough. They're like, you know what, I got to do this because there's certain things I want and it's not going to happen if I don't change. And it really takes some people a long time and a lot of misery to actually make that change. And some people never do and live in misery for the rest of their lives. God bless them. And it's sad because you know who they could be if they were to change, but they don't. And it's just, you gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. Even if you don't want to let them go, you gotta let them go. And move on with your life. Continue to do better. And better things will happen for you guys. This happened to me. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, there were certain people, for one, I never thought I'd lose. There were certain people that I did not want to let go. But I let go of everything I couldn't control and focused on myself, and better shit happened. Bigger and better shit happened in my life. All because I did what I should have done, and should have done it even sooner than I did. So the sooner you guys do this and follow this information, what I'm getting across right now, the quicker it is that your life will get better and improve, and you'll have more happiness, peace. The happiness you have inside of yourself means everything. That means everything before everything else comes. That's better than having money. That's better than having relationships and everything else, because if you don't have this but you have these other things, it's really not going to matter. Because if you can't feel good in life, what are you living for? If you're not happy, what are you living for? Honestly, there's people that are miserable every single day making a lot of money, but they're selling their souls to make a lot of money, and that's why they're miserable. You can't put yourself in a position in life where you are like this. You just have to have this moment where it's like enough is enough. And you really kick it in gear and do what you know you have to do to be happier. Sometimes you have to sacrifice money making to do other things that might not make you as much money. But once you make progress in this certain area of what you're doing and it builds, now the money you know you should be making is going to come. But you sacrifice more money to do this as it builds. This is what business is like. That's what it's really like to live your best life. Instead of selling your soul to go somewhere you don't want to go for the rest of your life. It's okay to do this in periods to make money. I did it my whole life. It's alright to do this, but for the rest of your life, doing something you don't want to do, I disagree with that. I don't think that's healthy for anybody. Especially if you're in an environment that makes you miserable. If you're around negative people every single day, it's just not healthy. You don't want to be there, and you don't want to go down that path. So, I'm going to say it one more time. Before entering relationships or making new friends, please look at this person and figure out how much respect they have for themselves. You might have to see different sides to this person before you know that answer. Because everybody's nice in the beginning. Everybody's like this. They're going to be polite. But then once you see things go on and you start to see their lifestyle, you start to see the different sides of them. How much does this person really have their shit together? How much respect does this person really have for themselves? And honestly, if people are going through tough times in life, sometimes you just gotta leave them alone. It doesn't mean you gotta cut them completely off, because that would be brutal for some people to just be cut completely off from everybody when they're already going through a tough time. But maybe you gotta let them be alone and have a relationship with this person more so from a distance. And that's what could help them the most. You're there for them if they really need someone to talk to. And it's about more positive things. You're giving them positive information and they're appreciating it. That's okay. But don't waste your time trying to change somebody that has this nasty ass entitled attitude that don't even want to change. That's making no progress. As long as they're making progress and they're dead serious about the change, you can feed them all the positive material you want. And personally, this is what I like to do. Personally, I don't mind doing this if I can actually see it inside of people that they want to change. I'll help people all day long, but I don't want to waste my time. And that's the bottom line of this. And people that have no respect for themselves will waste your time. End of story. I'm cutting this video off now, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, I'm out.